Well, hello! Just a quick video today with my little pet theory about Movie 4. For over a year now, I've been cooking up a little far-fetched pet theory that Movie 4 will be the Dragon movie, and star Claw. Now, this isn't like my previous theories that aged like fine wine about Movie 3 being about Dinos, Rex, and Marshall. That was worked out from some pretty strong evidence, noticing how audition scripts had fairly obvious name changes. There's far less backing this up. So, what evidence is there? Such that it is, I'll walk you through it. In the writer's Bible that was shared with me, they're quite clear on avoiding pitching on 3 subseries: Barkingburg, Rescue Knight's Castle, and Dino Wilds. Now, they could have just said all theme episodes to roll out all the subseries, but they mentioned these specifically. When I read it, I was a bit sad at first, but immediately my mind went to this crackpot theory. Don't pitch on Dino Wilds, they say, but we're now getting Dino episodes. Because there's a movie. Don't pitch on Barkingburg or Rescue Knights. Why? The Princess and Sweetie can show up in, for example, Air Rescue. Thus, maybe, just maybe, the reason they specified Barkingburg and Rescue Knights is that they need to be sure nothing clashes with Movie 4. Japan skipped from Moto Pups straight to Big Truck Pups, and now they're going on to Aqua Pups. Or PAW Patrol, to use the local lingo. So why? Why leave out Rescue Knights? It's not as though Japan doesn't like medieval stories. 95% or more of the trash isekai anime they love so much is set in vague medieval-ish Europe land. So it seems like maybe it's strategic. Japan is far behind the rest of the world for PAW Patrol, so can plan things out. Maybe, rather than letting the hype for Rescue Knights come during the Dino Movie marketing cycle, they've decided to hold it back so that once Dino Movie's hype cycle is all done, they can release the Rescue Knights subseries a little closer to when its movie is going to drop. Now, this is admittedly just inference and has zero actual evidence to point to, but we can observe that the movies have very rapidly escalated their scale. They went from the introductory first movie straight to superheroes, and then from there to dinosaurs. They're clearly not thinking of slowly building up to the more absurd ideas. And what's left that's super cinematic? Learning to be coast guards or even pilots isn't gonna cut it after superheroes and dinos. Even playing on the James Bond theme would be hard to make grand enough. So I'm saying, what can you follow dinos with without it seeming like a step down? Dragons. There's not much else but dragons. Nothing's certain until it's announced, but I think there's very little chance Movie 4 isn't already being made. The movies have a winning model, being made for a fraction of most animated movies' budgets, making multiples of that for healthy profits, being watched on a loop by kids on streaming platforms, and fueling toy sales. Paramount also doesn't need to pay the cost of distribution on its movies, since they distribute themselves. And Jennifer Dodge is now head of Paramount Animation after PAW Patrol made her whole career. And while I don't think she'd blink about dropping Paw the moment it stopped making money, she's likely gonna be a strong advocate for it until one of its movies flops dramatically. I have no doubt we'll get at the absolute minimum 2 more movies, and probably a whole lot more than that. So yeah, this is a far-fetched theory without much at all in the way of evidence. And I fully accept, as I did with my Dino Movie theory, that I might be biased because of my love for Claw, and Rex in the case of Movie 3. But I've seen people refer to the theory a few times now and wanted to lay it out. And hey, if it does turn out to be true, it'll be pretty cool to have this video to point to and say, told ya so. Alright, as you saw, I also revamped my opening animation. It's actually just something I made for my second channel, but since it was time to change the little logo, I thought I'd sneak it in here too. I actually thought at first I'd incorporate the Ultimate Pups pile-up picture that I made yesterday, and made this. But I think it's a bit too busy, and with my little avatar animated, but the pups not, it kinda looked like they were dead. So yeah, not the absolute cinema I was picturing. Anyway, that's it for this theory video, and I will see you guys again next time.